Oh, you can't hear anything at all? Not even music?
I hear the music.
I can hear myself.
I can't hear anything. It's okay. It's not on the board. It's a separate thing. I feel like we've explained that to you several times. That it's controlled by a separate thing.
Yeah, but I don't know how sound works.
If you saw some empty chairs, it's because we are alone, so therefore testing took sort of priority this evening.
Yeah.
Duke is not here because...
He has a paper to write.
Terry the news.
Thank God I don't have to press the button today. I have a bet on the line, and I think my friend Gianno's listening to this. I have a bet that if the Niners go 14-2, that I have to
You need to know.
I have to blow him center ice at Pierre Font Arena.
Okay. Make sure you broadcast that.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to
Instagram account.
So every win that the Niners get, I become more and more scared.
What is he paying if they don't go 14-2?
Because this is how it went. So I'm like, he's a Niners fan, and I said, "What do you think the record's gonna be?" And he's like, "Well, they're gonna win the division." I said, "Okay, but what's the record they're gonna be?" He goes, 14-2. I go, I'm like, if they go 14-2, you drop your pants and I will blow you in the middle of Pierre Font Arena.
I mean, there's so many things happening, but I need to look up their schedule. But people did that thing where they overreacted to the preseason.
They overhype rookies.
Yeah.
Because they play. Look what he did in Oklahoma. He was playing against 18-year-olds.
And then in the second quarter of, or in the first quarter of a preseason game where he looks terrible.
Yeah.
Because it's the first time he's ever played against NFL players. That's the thing. Like running quarterbacks, it always takes them a couple years to develop for some reason.
Yeah.
For some reason, they didn't say that about Goff, but they said that about Lamar Jackson.
But Goff isn't really a running quarterback, though.
No, I know, but I'm saying they didn't say it about
Goff. Oh, okay, yeah. But he's not a running quarterback.
But Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
They didn't say it about
Baker Mayfield.
They said it about Kyler Murray. I wonder what the difference is.
If there was one noticeable difference in all four of those.
That's not bad, actually.
Yeah.
That's not bad. But, like, the Tears of Derek Carr, meaning he's made at least 8 of those sweaters. That's why it's not more money.
It's woven from the fallen pubes and beard of Matt Patricia.
Do you think... Okay, so here's my thing. Matt Patricia, so he's got a big beard, but it doesn't look unkempt.
No, it's unkempt.
Is it?
Yeah. It gets tangled up here.
Oh, it's true, back here near the neck.
Yeah, like right here. Because I know, because I'm the same way.
So his balls must be a mess.
Oh, there's no way he sees them, first of all.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I imagine he has assistants for that.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, that's the goal, right? If you're like a coach, if you get a job like NFL head coach, like, you can hire someone to take care of that.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Just you
wake up in the
morning, you just put your legs on one of those, like, gyno. Like the women, when they go to the gyno, they put their legs up on the thing. Have somebody wax you up and down every couple weeks, and you're good to go.
Gynosaurus.
Matt Patricia's new name. Gynosaurus. They want to keep some sort of parity in the league. But you're never going to have everybody be good enough to win a championship. It's in any sport. You look at it in the NHL now. The NHL is probably the league with the most parity, I find. Where, like, right now at the beginning of the year, it's hard for me to tell you 5 teams that I know for sure won't make the playoffs.
In the NHL.
In the NHL.
Well, but also I feel like the NHL is like, picture a marathon, but there's snipers everywhere.
Yeah.
And gorillas and zombies. And it's like whoever has the most guys at the finish line who have the most limbs remaining wins. Like,
I believe it's because of that. I think it's because Stephon Diggs is probably just looking at the team around him and saying, we're not built for a Stanley Cup,
but
for a Super Bowl.
Isn't it odd that a year ago people were like, hey, the Vikings are pretty good with Cousins?
Well, it's because they had that freakish play with because they thought they improved from quarterback from Cousins to Keenum, from Keenum to Cousins. And I thought they did too, and I think most people did.
The plan is to tank. Just stick with the plan. You're going to beat the Redskins.
We want Tua. Tua doesn't want to go to Cincinnati.
Tua from Herbert.
Tank for Tua.
Get me one of those guys. Give me someone I can watch for 10 years.
Fromm? You think Fromm is going to be like a generational quarterback?
Yes. Well,
you're not biased a little bit, maybe?
Well, but I'm also happy as a Georgia fan.
He's a very good player.
Bunch of games.
He's a very good player.
He's the most mechanically sound of the quarterbacks,
sure.
I believe.
Yeah.
And he might be the top ranked at the end of the season.
It is a scary one.
What do you do for Halloween?
Absolutely nothing. If there's a party that's worth going, I'll go.
If we've stopped going to parties.
Okay. So what do you guys do?
Once we bought a house, we're like, the party's here. Alcohol's so much cheaper at home. Well, what we do is we partake in a little wig and bake.
A what?
Wig and bake.
Wig and bake?
Yeah.
What is that? You wear wigs and you bake?
And get baked.
Oh, wake and bake. I thought you said wig and bake.
Yeah. Then we usually walk to Tim Hortons and get a type of breakfast we would never eat on a normal day
Why would you do that?
because of the wake and bake. Then we watch.
But you have an A&W so close to your place.
Yeah, but it's not
Breakfast.
walking distance. Then we walk back. We start making brownies of a special format.
Okay.
NHL.
Yeah.
Tavares is Leafs captain after
Yeah.
Austin Matthews gets horribly drunk.
So do you think that it's because he did that he didn't get the captaincy?
I mean, I think it's splitting hairs. They
Yeah.
seem to be guys who get along. Like it seems to be a team of guys who get along. Like it reminds you of
Sure.
the early stage of the Warriors.
Yeah, but who's the coach?
Sorry.
Who's the coach? The Babcock.
Yeah, but I think they all get along because they hate Babcock.
Yeah. So who was his captain for so many years? He had Yzerman for a bit,
I was gonna say Yzerman,
and then he switched. And then he switched
Was
it
it
over
Lidstrom?
to. He had Lidstrom, and then after Lidstrom, it was Zetterberg
Zetterberg. That's
or
it.
Datsuk, one of the two.
I think it was Zetterberg.
I think it was Zetterberg too. And
They
they
were-
came to Toronto, and they haven't really named the captain. Yeah, produce. They haven't really named the captain. I'm not surprised they went with JT. JT's been a captain before, where Austin Matthews hasn't.
Yeah,
So I'm
I
not
mean
surprised.
it's not surprising. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's
But it's such a Babcock move. And Babcock, so a lot of people, Mike Commodore, you know Mike Commodore, the ex-player? He hates Babcock, like with a
most
passion.
players hate Babcock.
It's crazy. But Mike Commodore is vocally hating him. And he tweeted how shitty Babcock and how much of a shitty person that he is. He signed Spezza to a deal. Jason Spezza's from Toronto. First game, opening day is in Toronto. Spezza's in the press box. Like little things like that Babcock does, you know? Like he does it. He's not aware of his team. He's not aware of his surroundings, and he's not aware of what his decisions. How can they can impact one of the players and things like that.
Yeah.
Imagine Spezza. You played so many years in the NHL. This might be one of your last. This is probably one of 3 of your last seasons. I'd say. You finally get to play for Toronto, your home team. First game.
He's been wanting to get to for a while now.
Yeah. First game, you're scratched.
So there's a heartwarming story that we don't have video for because we don't have a producer.
Yeah. I mean, I can do it. It's just going to
but-
take us a long time.
Tell us how your heart has been replaced by hookers and cigars.
Hookers and cigars. So, okay. So Layla, we all know is the girl. I don't know what the disease she had was. And I think she had some sort of heart condition. Anyway, she was the one that
I'll
was
produce.
she was the one that kind of pumped up the St. Louis Blues to win the Stanley Cup, and they've been giving her a lot of memorabilia. And she comes out to the games. They fly her out. So now she got gifted with a ring, championship Stanley Cup ring. Great, good for you, Layla. I'm very happy that you've gotten rid of your disease and you're gonna live a long, healthy life, and you've experienced something in the St. Louis Blues that made you feel so good in yourself that you're very happy. But I'm kind of bored of it. I'm not gonna lie.
Bored
I'm bored.
of the
It
story?
just like when I thought it went away, it just comes right back at you.
Well, to be fair, at least her disease didn't do that.
Absolutely, yeah.
So
So I'm trying not to be an asshole here because
Yeah.
I know how much of an asshole I sound like, but I'm just saying it's like,
Well, I have a related
when's
point
it
on
gonna
this.
end?
Like, honestly, doctors, stop being dicks. Like, we don't need to know it in Latin.
Name
I need
it-
to know it in fucking English. Jesus
Nobody
Christ.
speaks Latin anymore.
Yeah, why? Just to be an ass? Just to prove your degree's worth something?
Nobody fucking speaks Latin.
Jesus Christ.
You can graduate this cum laude on my dick.
So yeah, so Parayko and Steen showed up and they presented her with the rings.
Yeah.
But so your reaction's pretty moderate. Yours is like, okay,
Yeah, like listen, I'm like good. Like I'm glad that she's okay.
more players
good,
should do
all
stuff
that.
like this.
Absolutely.
It's just been dragging on.
It's like always in your face.
So I feel like
I'm an
sometimes-
asshole, man. I'm a
Sometimes
fucking
things
asshole.
happen that involve young people,
Yeah,
and it gets overplayed in the media. Kind
absolutely.
of like how
Greta Thunberg.
say a Nickelback song
Oh yes.
will be played, and people get fed up, and like it was fine the first time you heard it. Stop pretending like you didn't bob your head a little bit.
I also have a picture of me in brown face when I was 8 years old.
You need to eliminate that. Our prime minister's man.
I'm gonna find it. My parents dressed me up as speaking of Halloween it was for Halloween as a Spanish descended detective.
Okay.
Mustache and brown face and suit and everything. I have a picture. I have to find it.
We need to see if we can get you in the Trudeau cabinet.
Yeah, yeah.
We need to get elected now just to get you.
I'll get elected automatically.
Harvin, high as fuck.
So Percy Harvin admits to being stoned before every game, and Percy Harvin was a guy who was known for a lot of he had migraines.
Yeah.
And so he had to smoke weed to get rid of those migraines.
Mhm.
And yet it's still illegal in the NFL.
but yet the pills they can take
Yeah.
completely obliterate players' livers,
Who murder you.
or habit forming,
Yeah.
cause depression in a lot of players.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look, before medicinal marijuana was recreational marijuana was legal
Yeah.
in Canada. I had a prescription for medicinal marijuana because of migraines and because of inability to sleep and
Yeah.
because my doctor said, yeah, this other shit is also bad. So just choose the bad thing you want.
If anything, I'll use cash, but I haven't bought from there yet. I
Yeah.
get my stuff off my guy, incriminating myself.
Yeah, there we go. Black Secretary.
I mean, I wish we had
compares his
graphics.
team to Mozart painting.
So, from what I understood, Mozart's not a painter, is he?
I mean, he might have been in his spare time.
But he was
But
a
Dave
he was
Lillard's
a
a rapper.
but he's a composer,
He's a
right?
composer.
So he's like, Mozart's paintings were they always beautiful? But he would still sell at $1 million, baby. That was his pump. I love Andy Reid. I love him.
Andy Reid maybe just take one history class, because most artists don't sell paintings while they're alive. Like a cowboy steak is 36.
75.
50, right?
That's what I'm saying. So if a cowboy steak is 36,
I mean, even if it's just a cowboy steak.
yeah, that's a lot.
'Cause I've had one.
I've had one. Yeah,
It's not fun. Like,
Meat-
it's fun.
It's the first time I ever got meat sweats.
Oh, really?
Or in
was it?
in Florence, you get the bistecca di Fiorentina there.
Bistecca Fiorentina, yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
that thing is
It's,
unbelievable.
I have to have one every time. I'm in
Yeah,
Florence.
yeah, I had 3,
Yeah, yeah.
not in one night, but yeah.
Yeah. It's they're awesome, but they're giant steaks.
And you get so constipated
Yeah, yeah, because it's just meat.
because it's just.
It's not served with anything. It's served with plate and utensils.
I had to get a side plate of chicory.